editor of the Daily Mirror, Kevin Maguire, who can join us to give us his take. Kevin Maguire, welcome to you. We were just talking about Penny Mordaunt. I took off to go to one of those 3-day-long Italian weddings, and lovely it was too. That was Wednesday evening, and at that point there'd just been a YouGov survey showing that Penny Mordaunt couldn't be caught. You know, if you looked at the votes where the membership were going to vote, she was way out in front. Ella says it's all a bit juvenile. Is there not another way of looking at this, which says it's politics in the raw? You've got a tiny electorate, admittedly, but it's in flux because it's learning things about these candidates.
Yeah, but 200,000 people, the Conservative Party membership in a country of 67 million. I can't do the percentage, but it'll be 0.0 something will decide who is the next Prime Minister of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And we saw them, as you say, in the raw yesterday, and it was extraordinary, really, because you've got 5 of them, and they clearly hate and detest each other far more than Labour do at the moment, because they can all see the prize, the crown of the premiership without the need for a general election is there within grasp. And I would suggest 3 of them, Sunak, Truss and Mordaunt, have a realistic expectation they may be crowned Prime Minister. So they're prepared to fight very, very dirty. But at the same time, I can see why Sunak and Truss, who are both really, 2 of those 3, both thinking they will gain by not having another debate, want to skip it because they see the damage that is created to themselves and the Conservative Party. And throughout this process, the clear winner has been Keir Starmer and the Labour Party, because voters will not forget some of the backbiting and bloodletting. And also, Labour has a bulging file of attacks on whoever wins, and they're all blue-on-blue attacks, so they can just quote back what Conservative colleagues said of the next Prime Minister.
It's the public nature of the personal attacks, isn't it? Because I mean, if you think back to the days that you covered, Kevin, still covering politics, obviously. But you think back to the Brown-Blair tussle for supremacy. It was ugly. It was a reminder, just as we saw last night, that top politicians want to get to the top. They don't much mind how they get there. But it was sort of conducted in private. I make the point, by the way, because, of course, there wasn't a general election to elevate Gordon Brown. He succeeded. So that happens, in a sense, regardless of party. But it was kept private.
It was. You're quite right, Colin. The Blair-Brown years, the TBGBs, they used to be called, were mainly in private. There would be coded criticism in public. But it was covered up, essentially. Now we're seeing it in the raw, in public. And I think in one way that is good, if that is how they feel we should see it. And the debate should have gone ahead tomorrow. But there is an expectation, I think, from Conservative MPs, Conservative supporters, members, voters, that perhaps they could behave a little more civilly towards each other. Now, I'm applauding from the sidelines. I'm not being saying, look, here's an etiquette, you've got to follow it. I'm, in one way, relishing the naked hatred that is on display because it must be real and they can't cover it up. But I'm not sure it does the governing party any good at all.